Good afternoon. This is Tuesday, October 27th. I'm Gary Pace, the Lake County Public Health Officer, and this is the COVID update. We now have a total of 700 cases in the county with 4 people in the hospital. I'm sad to say that we had another Lake County resident pass away from COVID-related causes. This person was over 65, lived in a senior residential facility, and had chronic medical issues. The outbreak in this facility is starting to stabilize at this point. We continue to be in the red tier as we have been for a few months. The community transmission rate continues at a moderate rate. We are also very close to drifting into the purple tier when there are any outbreaks, but so far we have been able to stay in the red tier. Around the state, some other areas are improving and moving forward, and it seems that those areas have been able to get better adherence with the use of masks and also have been able to put more resources into helping workers stay home if they are positive and helping support folks that are sick and need to be isolated. There's a lot of talk on the news about a third surge going on around the country. We are not seeing that here yet, and California is staying pretty stable at this point. We have been expecting an increase when the weather gets colder and people need to stay inside more. Some of what I have seen on the news has been predicting going back to lockdowns like in the spring. I want to reassure people that this is not really how we expect to deal with the outbreak this winter. We have learned a lot about the virus since March when the whole thing started. The tier system that the state has set up seems to be working pretty well at this point. Even if things worsen, we may need to cut out some of the indoor activities like indoor dining at restaurants and things like that, but we aren't anticipating going to full lockdown again. Our aim will be to limit the highest risk activities and try to protect the more vulnerable people. But the more people will be wearing masks and avoid large indoor gatherings, the more likely that we will have less of a super spreader event where the virus spreads to a lot of different people and then they take it home with them. This seems to be the way that the virus really moves through the community, so we're wanting to encourage people to avoid these riskier activities. The PSPS event that we are still in now has added more inconvenience to a large part of the county. We hope you have been making it through this latest hassle okay. Much of Clear Lake and Lakeport has remained powered, and it seemed like people are more prepared this time than they had been previously. Also, 7 different community resource centers were set up by PG&E where people can charge up during the day. Please contact us here at the health department if there are needs that you have or suggestions for how to prepare for future events. We worry about people who have health problems or are vulnerable to cold or other things if the power goes out. The power does seem to be coming back on today, so hopefully by the time you see this Facebook post, everything will be back to normal. Thank you very much and take care.